I think this matchup is Roos favored, but there is a timing at about there is a timing at about 15 to 20 minutes or so where like when Abba really booms out and just has a lot of stuff where I think they can win instead. And if we get to that point and if Myriad is able to take advantage of that timing, I think he can win there. But overall, with either the horse archer meta that we've been seeing the most commonly, I think that is favored for Warsp1te. I think that Pro Scouts is very good with this Civ and with this map in general, because all of the deer are forward.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like, there's no backward deer. Like Myriad does have like one that's kind of behind his wood line, but it's not so far back that it's unrealistic for Warsp1te to be able to Pro Scout it.
Yeah.
And the other thing, and so you can do either the Pro Scouts into Horse Archer build, which I think is going to be very good for, which I think is going to be very good for Warsp1te, or he can just do we're going to make a lot of archery ranges and all in feudal, and I think that works fine as well. Like the very classic, the original build that Roos had, where it was just, what if we just all in? And I think that works fine too in this matchup as well.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I think one of the things that might favor Roos a little bit on this map is there's not a ton of gold. And so with the passive income that you generate with the deer or with the Gaia food, sheep, deer, boar, that you can get with the gold, I think that kind of favors you. One thing that Warsp1te, like, if I'm looking at the map, there's not really a great spawn for the high trade house. Like, for example, if it would have been reversed, like putting the high trade house like up close on the north to the like next to the two wood lines, or on the south side where there's two more big wood lines, like that would have been a very, very, very good spawn for the high trade house. So Warsp1te did have a little bit of a misluck here, like an unlucky situation on like in terms of spawn. But I mean that's like in 10 minutes, like not very pressing right now.
I actually don't think it's as bad as you think it is, because while getting the high trade house in the like double forest area next to Myriad's House of Wisdom is insane, and that would provide an intense amount of gold. I think that like right on the border, like near that berry patch, and there's a sheep near Warsp1te's base. I think that's still a fine high trade house. Like I think that's still going to generate probably, I don't know, like close to 200 gold a minute. Like it's going to be more than 2 relics.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And also, like this isn't a big deal, but like it does save you 100 wood, because you then also don't need to get a hunting cabin to get the berries as well. Like it does save you a little bit. Like I think it's fine. It's not amazing. Like it's average. And as long as you're not below average, I think you're fine with it.
Yeah, I think putting it at average is probably a fair assessment. I'm just saying, like, if we want to go, like, super nitpicky and be like, who got the better spawn, like, if it would have been reversed, it would have been super amazing for Warsp1te, but even so, he will be fine. He is obviously scouting out the villagers on stone, so with not really a surprise, we are gonna see at least a 2 TC play. Earlier we've seen even 3 town centers against Roos, where actually it was Myriad as well. So Myriad played that matchup already with the Abbasid, with 3 town centers, against Ezra it was. So he is familiar with that matchup, clearly.
Yeah, and I think one thing to point out though is, like, if he goes 3 TC, where does he put it? Like, let's say Myriad does want to go for a 3 TC play. Like, he puts one on the stone because that's the most efficient way to do it, right?
Yes.
But where does he put the next one? Because like the closest berries is the one on the left side. That's super far away, especially against a horse archer civ. So that's not a good idea. And I guess you have to put it. Okay, we actually see his villagers moving out like to that sweet spot we talked about for the high trade house where the deer is. Like that's kind of where you have to put it, because that's the only way you can secure resources and guard them is because you're getting the deer, which is neat, but it's also protecting your wood line.
Yeah, and then you can like more or less fairly easily wall it off, and that way also protect it. And that would work on the south side as well. So if you would go for a third town center, place it next to the berries on the south side, it's fairly easily to to connect these two wood lines, wall it off, and then you have a very secure base. So I think a third town center could definitely be in the cards. Since he's still on stone.
He is still on stone.
Yeah.
And I also want to point out though, because he's building his TC, he doesn't have anything on wood. Like he has four guys who are just now like really getting going on wood. He's about to run into an issue there. Because he's gonna have the stone now. Wait, what? No. Oh, he had right. Fertile Crescent.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was military wing because I just assumed it was military wing. But yeah, so okay. I mean, yeah, it's only 280. It's not a full 400. Honestly, I don't even think he's gonna move out. I think he's just gonna place the second TC like right next to the wood line again on the opposite side.
You could just place it like on the other side and that side as well. And I mean, for various reasons, I like having the town centers close to each other. Like one, you don't really have the map control, so placing it way far out is kind of dangerous. And then you also want to have it as a connection to have the golden age, because because he's focusing so much on the 3 town centers, he will stay in 0 golden age for quite a while. Third town center is gonna be placed next to the gold, so that's also securing it very nicely. On the other hand, Warsp1te very close to Castle Age, just needs a little bit more gold, a little more food, and Pro Scouts as well on the way, grabbing some very valuable deer here.
Well, the tech itself is complete. The what is on the way is the consistent delivery of delicious venison.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because, and we have a high trade house already. That is a 7.5 minute age up with Pro Scouts. That is insane. Also, I want to point something out. Warsp1te has not mined any gold.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going for an opening 2 hunting cabins and then you have a lot of sheep and deer to work with, you can actually make it into Castle Age without mining any gold, which is super crazy and it's super close as well. But
well, yeah, between that and he also has the Golden Gate, because when you account for the Golden Gate, you're basically trading, wood for you're just making hand over fist in terms of resources. No, like it's absolutely insane, and I think it's just amazing. It is hilarious to me that Warsp1te has gotten an age up, the nerfed and more expensive Pro Scouts, survival techniques, and double broadaxe, and still has 2 tickets left over for his Golden Gate.
Yeah,
that is how much he has done.
Yeah,
I think that is insane.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean,
and he's not even at tier 2 on the hunting cabins on the bounty system yet. Like his hunting cabins haven't even reached their final form.
It's very close to tier 2, so that's I mean, that is.
Oh yeah, no, like 2 drop-offs and he'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, yep, 2 points away. I think it's literally 2 drop-offs and he'll be there. Maybe 1. I'm not. 1 because it's deer. But yeah, so. Like yeah, no, this is just silly to me. His high trade house, however, I will say, absolutely blows.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like it feels so bad in a way.
I think that if you had put it up in the corner like I had suggested, I think you get considerably more.
Yeah, that would be
But
maybe
yeah,
180
he's
or
at
so.
he's at 142. That is less than 2 relics, which
Yeah.
is kind of rough. But the horse archer matchup mass up has begun. We do see 3 archery ranges coming out of our Roost player here, and we have like a stable that hasn't made any knights. I don't know what that's about. He finished the stable after he got pro scouts.
Yeah,
Like he was already pro
definitely got it
scouting when it was
later
made, so I don't
than
know.
that.
But yeah, I'm curious. What is going to be Myriad's answer to this? Like,
Well, like in a way, I mean, the thing is, you were talking about how insane it is what Warsp1te was able to pull off. Meanwhile, we do have Myriad with 3 town centers, also a little bit of production already, so he will be able to produce some military units, a pretty healthy income, way more villagers than Warsp1te has, and he's only delayed like 2 minutes in terms of age up. And so I think that's his answer. He just has the better economy, and he knows that he can scale with 3 town centers. He will miss out on a couple of the relics. That's the trade-off that he is willing to take. But I don't think he's too worried right now. I mean, if you look at his army, a couple of desert archers, camel archers, camel riders, and horse archers, horsemen, and that's pretty much how he beat the last matchup against Roost. So I think that he will just do it again.
yeah, and this is a really good cutoff here, catching this warrior monk before he's able to get the relic. That's really well done from Myriad. Yeah, like this is a very interesting way to play the matchup, and I haven't played a lot of Abbasid lately, and so this is very informative to me to see exactly how it is that Myriad is going about this. And he's also, another thing he's prioritizing as well is getting a quick iron undermesh as soon as he ages up, just because he wants to be able to fight the horse archers that way. But one thing that I hadn't really considered is the fact that veteran camel archers kind of mess up horse archers.
Yeah.
Like, they reduce the damage of them. They have the same amount of damage base before the reduction. And, like, their stats are... Like, camel archers just take more damage, like, are much beefier. They've got 90 more HP. Like, that's kind of... This is kind of insane to see. Admittedly, camel archers are also super expensive.
Yeah, they are super expensive. That is definitely something to keep in mind. But yeah, I mean, with the last game, this was exactly how it kind of played out, with the camel riders countering the knights. The camels overall, of course, debuffing the knights and the horse archers. So it costs them 2 damage. I mean, that's at least something. And if you mass them, that's a lot of damage that you don't take. If you then add to the fact that you are way more tankier than them, horsemen countering the horse archers, you should be fine. And so it was a little bit of a struggle, like the last time around. But since he has almost twice as many villagers, as long as he doesn't lose 30 villagers like he did last time, he'll be fine.
Yeah, we're not talking about what happened last time in that regard. Oh my god. Okay.
That was close.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a lot closer than I think anybody wanted it to be. Regular I know this is so novel seeing just a regular camel rider, and it's not because it was given to him by the military wing. That is so unusual. You never see that.
That is a little bit unusual, right?
I mean, it makes sense. You're fighting horse archers. Like you're fighting horse archers. They aren't terribly tanky, but they're also not not tanky either, and they're similarly costed to. They are cheaper. They are cheaper in total resources than a knight. So like it makes sense. It's just like I said, it's very unusual. But yeah, Myriad is about to be in a lot of trouble if he can't secure this gold. Like this is the only gold he has. He's been through both of his tiny golds.
Yeah, that's
like these towers need to go up ASAP.
That's the issue on this map, is you run out of gold very quickly, have to expand out on the map, and then meeting a lot of aggression from a civ like the Rus can be really difficult to deal with. But he will be fine. He will clean this up here. And again, will he? Well, that's the question. I don't know. It looked like it a second ago.
Like that's the thing is like, even if he wins this fight right here, and I'm not convinced that he will. I think he's gonna. I think Warsp1te could probably have committed a little bit harder. We're still at a point where it's 8 to 24 supply in terms of army, and like. Yeah, if you look at the army value, it's not as bad as we portray it, but that's just because camel archers are that expensive. They're like the most expensive, like non-camel, or like they're almost as expensive as a knight. I think they're 10 less resources total. Yeah, they're 10 less resources total.
Yeah.
So, but when you compare that to horse archers cost nothing.
Yeah, it's like I was kind of surprised actually how dirt cheap horse archers are. Like the first time I was like, or like a while ago I was like, yeah, like it's like they're cool, but they're also like super expensive. Like wait, no, they're not super expensive actually. So, but what Myriad does really well here is he secures multiple gold veins actually, and so he's not limited to just one gold source, but. Might be trouble here. 15 horse archers trying to get onto the villagers here. Ooh, Springer.
Yeah, well, and this is the big weakness of the horse archers is they can't deal with a building.
Yeah.
Like you're doing 1 damage a shot or something like that. It's either 1 or 0.5. I think it's 1. But unfortunately, Warsp1te has recognized the way his opponent is trying to play this. And has gotten some spearmen. Like we are seeing a 1-1-1 comp come out of Warsp1te where he's going for both barracks, archery range, and stable units, which I think is definitely the right play here.
Yeah, and I think that's actually the reason why Myriad is struggling a lot more this time, because the spearmen are super good. They're not getting countered by the camel riders, they're not getting debuffed or anything. They can just hit their bonus damage on top of them and deal very effectively with them. And the camel archers, I mean in theory of course they can deal with the veteran spearmen, but I'm actually not sure if they get a
bonus damage.
Oh, they do have, yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, like camel archer. I don't know what the math is in Castle Age, but I know in Feudal Age it's 3 camel archers to one-shot a spearman.
Okay.
And I think it's worse in Castle Age because I think spearmen scale better. I'm looking at, I think it's 5. But
I mean, who's doing math anyway? There. So
we're all fucking nerds, dude. Like.
But I mean, in game, like I'm not like, ooh, there's like, 3 spearmen. I have 3 camel archers. I need to 3 shot them basically. Like
you don't know what your calcs to one shot with a unit is?
No, actually, I'm sorry. That's why I'm not Conqueror. I don't know that.
There are very few, like, okay, all joking aside, there are very few calcs like that I know off the top of my head. And most of them come down to how do I kill villagers.
Which, yeah, is probably the most important thing, right? By the way, I do like the spearmen of the Rus that they have axes now. That looks so cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, they did change that with this last patch, I believe, with Season 10. Just a visual, and it makes, I mean, it's kind of like they're not spearmen anymore. It looks weird how they're like charging and then just hitting like the head of the axe. You know, but in general it looks really cool. So yeah.
Speaking of, we do have a giant battle going on in the center here, where I think Warsp1te has this.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, Warsp1te has both sacred sites.
Yeah, both sacred sites and
Oh,
4
no.
relics, so that is definitely not a favorable split for Myriad. This to be facing here with Roos with a ton of passive gold income. Also, he is in tier 3 by now, so getting some nice extra gold from the
Myriad
hunting
just dropped Myriad just went culture wing. He's trying to go Imperial. He wants hand cannons.
But, well, I mean, judging from the last game, I don't even think he is going to go for the hand cannons and is just gonna, you know, double down on the camel riders. And with the elite camel riders, will hopefully, well, I mean, okay, not camel riders. In this game, he'll probably go for the camel archers.
I mean, elite camel archers are also really good, but yeah, I'm expecting. Like, I don't. Well, wait, hold on.
Barracks?
He's getting Bloomery? Bloomery is the plus melee damage upgrade.
Yes. Well, I mean, he's just dropping 3 barracks, so is he going for Gulams or something?
It has to be Gulams.
Which, I mean, if he switches
But he doesn't have
into
boot
that,
camp.
it would be super strong, actually. So, with the Gulams, I think he can actually make it work. Have the Gulams as a front line. Because his main issue right now is he doesn't have any front line. He just has the camel archers and...
Oh my god, he's dropping a keep. He's dropping a keep on these golds.
Oh, that might not
2
work.
knights got dispatched to take care of it, though. Oh, I don't think this is going to work. Oh, Myriad, I think this might actually decide the game.
Yeah.
Oh god, I think the game's over.
Oh, he's pulling
no.
1 knight. He's pulling 1 knight.
Oh
my
no. God, look away, chat. Look away. Rated
okay,
M for
let's
violence.
do something else. Look at the berries
Mature
here.
content.
Nice. Oh, cool.
god.
I mean, it is getting... Oh, no, it's not getting up, actually. Oh, never mind. It's not getting... Oh, my goodness. That is so brutal.
So the question is does Myriad cancel it? Or does he think he can push away Warsp1te's army long enough to send another 12 villagers to get it up? Like, that is actually the, like... Like, if he can, like, sneak out, like, the villagers right now and complete that, that'd be amazing. But I don't think Warsp1te's gonna let him.
But the thing is, he doesn't have any stones, so if he cancel it, he cannot rebuild it somewhere else immediately. He's pulling villagers. He's pulling like 20 villagers right now. Oh gosh.
I want to point out earlier you described this as, oh, it'll be fine if Myriad doesn't lose 30 villagers, and he's lost 40 so far, but he's still at 120.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah, about that, you know.
Yeah,
Shit happens.
Okay. Okay, 19 villagers have made it to it. 18, 17. How many villagers are we going to lose? We've lost 3 so far. 4, 5. Okay. He manages to have enough that he can garrison.
Yes. Oh. I mean, it is kind of important because it is securing the gold. It is also giving him access to the 1 sacred site here. I mean, 6.5 minutes for a sacred victory. That's actually relatively close, you know.
No,
So
like getting the sacred site up is actually, or getting this keep up is actually extremely important. Like all means aside. Again, also don't forget we are in an Imperial Age. These are elite camel archers. Like, and Myriad has managed to pull this, so he actually is ahead on total military count.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, the thing is also
no.
he is way ahead in like. Yeah, he lost 50 villagers, but he's still way ahead. He secured 8,000 gold with that. He has the other one on the south, on the right side of the map, 2,000 gold. So he has basically all the gold on the map. He doesn't have the passive gold income that Roos has, but he does have all the gold on the map. And so at least until this runs out, he will have an advantage.
No, I actually think Myriad has managed to turn this game around somehow, and I think that keep drop was definitely part of the way he did it. Because he's just secured so much of the map. Is that a Speskaya tower?
Again?
What? Why?
Again? Okay, so last...
Why? Wow. Like, no!
Oh, you're so disappointed, huh?
Okay, I absolutely hate the Speskaya tower in 1v1. Like... I think it is actually a bad landmark because it doesn't flip and do anything, okay? The only thing it does is it is a keep that comes with all of its emplacements. and it lets Roos make stone walls. Okay, and
Oh, yeah.
gates and tower, but like lets them make. Okay, it is just a super keep that happens to let you make stone walls. Now here's the thing: if we look at this map and we ignore like the random attack pings as Myriad like comes in here with an army of camel archers that are elite and for some reason running away from horse archers. I don't know what's going on there. If we actually look at this map, it is open as all hell. Yeah. Like you can't really wall this map off with stone. It is just going to cost you way too much. So what Warsp1te has gotten is he's gotten a keep at the front of his base that's protecting a single regular-sized gold vein that is halfway depleted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, like, I don't know if I've ever seen Roos build stone walls. I mean, I know they can with the Swaskaya Tower, but I've never seen them do it, and I don't even know if you need to. By the way, a nice raid coming in from Warsp1te here on the back of the Abbasid base here. Killing a couple villagers, but there's also a couple of camel riders making kind of quick work of the knights here, and so it's just a very small dent.
These raids don't matter. Myriad's on 3 TC, and he has a 50 villager lead. Like, he can lose villagers and just recoup.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's kind of at the point we're at. And in the meantime, like, Myriad is just running around inside of Warsp1te's base trying to be a pain in the ass because he has elite upgrades. And the elite horseman upgrade just went through, by the way. So, like, there is that.
I'm a little bit afraid that he bit more than he could chew. At the same time, their unit's still standing, so I guess he does have a point.
Myriad has almost 5,000 food and 3,000 gold. I think he can just remax.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, he can just remax this army with hand cannons if he really wanted to. Never mind the fact that he can keep, like, he also just has the protection to make more camel archers. And since his opponent's only on 1 TC, any villager kills he gets is going to be much more prevalent, and there we go.
I mean, he was on 2 TCs, but I get your point. Like, that was a very brutal fight
Warsp1te was on 2 TC?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, he did build a second TC.
Yeah, it was right next to it, but he built it later on, so I didn't really notice it either, so...
Looking at the graph, he built it at 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that's when you see his villager count change. Like, the trajectory.
Yeah. Which
but
still...
yeah, like, that game was very interesting because, like, I didn't feel like it, I didn't feel like Myriad had control for most of that game until he managed to get control back, until he managed to get control through a lot of, I'm trying to know how to phrase this. Like, he drowned his enemy in his own blood, is what he did. Like, he just made so much crap, and Warsp1te couldn't kill it as fast as he was making it, and eventually it just worked out.
Yeah.
I will say, sacrificing as many villagers as he did for that keep was, like, it looks bad and it feels bad as the player, but it was such a good play.
Yeah.
Because with that, Myriad got so much gold control, and on this map, gold control is map control.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was definitely like, if he wouldn't have been able to secure the gold, I think he would have had a very, very hard time to still win this. And the funny thing is, I've seen this matchup like twice now, like today. And both times it kind of felt like he shouldn't be able to, like, you know, oh man, I just have to think about this one Breaking Bad meme. You know, he can't keep getting away with it. Where it's like,
oh yeah,
how is he winning with that? Like, technically, everything that Warsp1te was doing was kind of countering it, but it still worked out in his favor for some reason. Like, it seemed weird in a way. I don't know how to describe it. Like, very well played by Myriad, no question, but it kind of felt like he should have lost this at some point. I don't know.
No, I get exactly what you mean, and I understand exactly what you mean, and I think that the big thing to recognize there, though, is because, you know, we talk about, oh, he can't keep getting away with it. is, let's say that keep doesn't go up. Myriad had literally no access to gold. The only gold he had was a single relic. Like, the game was decided there because it would have just ended instantly. Because Myriad had not only would Myriad have not had any gold, he had already aged up to Imperial. He had just spent 1,200 gold, and then would not have been able to get elite upgrades.
Yeah.
Like, that is a death sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it was so important to do that and sacrifice 20, 30 villagers, whatever, it doesn't matter as long as you can. Like, that secured him 8,000 gold, and that's his ticket to the late game and to winning this. So, very like well thought out strategy, and so yeah.
No, it was a very well played game from Myriad. Like, I cannot deny that in any way. But we do have our draft for our next game, and we are getting to see Knights Templar.
Yeah. So Knights Templar against.
It is.
Wait,
against
why did
Delhi on.
Yeah, I wanted to put that.
What map are we on?
Sorry, I didn't. Delhi. I don't know. It's Dry Arabia. It's gonna be Dry.
Oh,
Arabia.
right. Right. We're on the boring map.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't think anyone's surprised that we're on Dry Arabia. I think we're just surprised that Dry Arabia wasn't first. I think that's a very good way of describing it.
Yeah, that seems very, very right. But yeah, so Myriad in green this time, fitting to the Delhi Sultanate.
Yeah.
Playing, Delhi Sultanate, Dry Arabia against Warsp1te, the Knights Templar in red.
So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. If you pick green, you're evil. Like, I absolutely hate green as the color.
Yeah.
It just bothers me. And it's not even the same color green as the berries, but it's close enough that, like, if you have slight problems, like if you have slight red-green like colorblind issues, it very much becomes a problem. Also, why are we both red and green? So if someone is red-green colorblind, they literally can't tell what's going on. Like,
wait,
this is actually I'm not even joking. This is actually a problem. Like, this is actually a usability issue for anyone who might be watching the game.
But okay, yeah. So the thing is, I was gonna say, like, in game, I'm pretty sure you can change it to like color blindness, whatever. So you can, use colors.
If you are a player, you can change it.
Yeah, if you're a player.
If you are a caster, you're screwed. And
Yes.
if you're watching it from the point of view of a caster, you're still screwed.
Okay, so I mean, we could change it to like red and blue or something. Like have some generic colors. That would be an option. Or is it like red and green? Red and yellow, I believe, or blue and yellow. I don't know.
Red and like.
I think it's red.
In general, I don't hype on colors too much. Red-green is the only color combination where I think it's actually a problem, just because, like, that is the most common type of color blindness. That is something that, should be watched out for.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it is what it is. If the players don't care, the players don't care. I'm not, like, particularly upset about it. Like, it is annoying in the same way of, like, stubbing your toes in you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big deal. But yeah, red-green is the only one that, like, kind of, like, makes you just be like, come on, guys. Like, we didn't think this through. But we do see the Kingdom of France as the ally of Warsp1te today. So we are going to see crappy knights.
We gotta see crappy knights, yep. Pretty much. And on the other side, we have no surprise at all, the Dome of the Fate coming up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, color me shocked. But, well, I mean, I mentioned like Tower of Victory way too many times already today, so Ascala is probably gonna butcher me for that, so I'm not gonna, indulge anymore in that. Dome of the Fate, great landmark.
I don't even, the funny thing is like, I have never liked the Tower of Victory. Like, it's not that it's a bad landmark, But the fact that it doesn't affect your Ghazis who don't need it, just for the record, do not buff Ghazis. I don't want that.
No.
But the fact that like you want to, you are incentivized to go for your unique unit, but it doesn't work with your unique unit is like a level of anti-synergy that I'm just like petty against. And like I just don't want to play it because of it.
Wait, you mean the Tower of Victory or Dome of the Faith?
Tower of Victory.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, because it only affects the infantry and archers.
Right. Yes. Which I mean, it would be way too strong if it would affect Ghazi Raiders.
Do not buff Ghazi Raiders.
Please,
do not buff Ghazi Raiders.
No,
I don't want that. I think that is no. Do not do that. I'm just saying, like, to me, okay. So the thing for me is like, I think that the big appeal of Age of Empires as a genre overall, as a franchise overall, is the fact that you have your unique civ, and your unique civ has your unique unit, and you want to play with your unique unit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You want to play with your samurai because that's why you're playing Japan. Okay. Yeah. So when a feudal landmark doesn't synergize or has anti-synergy, especially with your unique unit, that just feels bad to me. And it makes me not want to play with that landmark. And that's what it is for for Tower of Victory.
Interesting. I really never looked at it that way. I mean, for me, it was always like infantry units for Delhi can construct walls. If you want to go for the sacred sites, wall them in and do all that kind of stuff, you need to have infantry units. You go for the Tower of Victory that buffs your infantry units. And even in late game, it still provides some interesting buffs when like if you go for the Ghulams, you can have super fast attacking Ghulams with the Tower of Victory. The crossbows get a benefit from. Like, I mean, I like the Tower of Victory because it provides a buff like for the whole duration of the game. Unless other landmarks where it's just for a small period of time and then it's kind of like for example, the Minework Palace, great landmark, but at a certain point it's completely useless. It doesn't do anything for you.
Right, and I completely understand what you mean. And I'm also not, and I think that's a completely valid way of looking at it as well. It's just like I said, for me, it is a matter of, I want to play with my unique units. Give me what makes my unique units the best. It's the reason why I really like Knights Templar is because there's so much self-expression in Knights Templar in how you pick your unique units and what you can do with them. Because like I really like hand axes. Like I really think that the Sergeants is a cool unit, and I think that I think that they're not as explored or used as they could be. In part because I think the French option, the Cavalier, is just so good that there's not a reason to go for it.
Yeah.
In comparison. But like I really like that about Knights Templar, and is the fact that you're able to have like that self-expression of how do you use your unique units, and just having like, this is my civ is my unique units, like monkey brain go burr, like that's just how it is for me.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you're talking about the Chevalier Confrère, they get extra health for each heavy cavalry nearby, and so you can pull out a couple of them, and once you hit Castle Age, you go for the Templar brothers, and they also in turn increase the health of them. So even though the Chevalier Confrère is not a super strong unit, it will get a little bit better in time, even if you just add other cavalry, like heavy cavalry, to it.
I want to point out, it only increases it by 1 for the other guys nearby. It is not a big increase.
No, but we're talking about
I don't think that ability is noticeable.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. I know.
Like I think if it was like +2 or, God forbid, like +3, I think it'd be much better and much more noticeable. But yeah, when it's only +1 per, I don't think it's noticeable, especially since I'm not even certain how. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a raid getting chased down by Ghazi Raiders. Like these 2 knights are dead.
Yeah.
I don't know why Warsp1te was trying to fight against these Ghazi. Like these 5 Ghazi are gonna like just completely wreck them. But yeah, I actually don't know what the range is.
Well, yeah, I don't know either, but I think it is.
No, this is one of the only abilities where if you hover over it, it doesn't give you a range.
Huh. Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. Nearby. It just says nearby. I don't know. I mean, like, so this
Yeah.
clearly is close enough, but this one's not. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is like, yes, this is not like a massive buff. But if you add the Templar Brothers and if you go for the Kingdom of Poland and you add the Slaughter Cavalry, then at some point, if you like go only cavalry, or maybe in team games even, like this could be actually
Oh,
where
just
it's like,
wait.
oh,
No,
now it's like
there's
40 health more, you know?
there's no way this works with teammates.
Well, there's
Also,
a lot of
Warsp1te
things.
is trying really hard to get some raids here, and I don't think this is gonna work for him.
No, he's just losing the spearmen now. He's basically sacrificing them, and as long as Myriad doesn't lose the unit, he can just always heal it up again. So, I think that was not a good choice here for Warspite. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that work in team games that, in a sense, shouldn't really work. For example, with the Khan's hunters, they would buff longbows. I mean, why would longbows?
No, they got rid of that.
Oh, did they really?
I'm pretty certain they got rid of that like after the first week.
Oh, I need to test that because I was under the impression that they left that in, and so it's like, oh, great, you can like.
No, I'm
Chugaloo
pretty certain I'm pretty certain that
okay.
they've. Yeah.
Oh, I need to-
by
I
the
need
way,
to- I need
by
to
the
test
way,
that.
chat, like Myriad is just massing up and is just gonna kill Warspite in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Like there's a reason we're not talking about the game because this is the most standard deli crap we've ever seen, and there's nothing interesting about it.
Yeah, it's like a 1-1-1
and I
comp
know that's
here.
super dismissive to like Myriad, who's playing his heart out and is playing a very good game.
Yeah.
But like, his opponent literally can't do anything to stop him. He's about to lose he's about to lose some of his villagers that are on these deer, and he's already playing as Warspite is already playing a civ that inherently has a lower villager count because of the way your age up works.
Yeah.
Because you basically can't make villagers for 3 rounds of villagers. So, like, Myriad is just so far ahead in every metric that it's not even funny at this point.
Well, I mean, if you count the sanctuary, like the pilgrim tax, it is even a little bit more than that. So it's like probably four villages or something. And so yeah, it's
Yeah.
I kind of have a feeling how this is gonna go down. By the way, Sacred Victory is approaching in 10 minutes, so Myriad was able to capture all the sacred sites, which, by the way, hard counters the pilgrims because they can still go to the sacred site. They will just not get any gold from there, and so.
Wait, hold on. It has to be a neutral sacred site?
It has to be a neutral or like one of your own. If it's an enemy neutral enemy sacred site, you cannot get gold from there. Like they will still walk there, it will just not do anything.
Really?
Yeah, at least that's how it was in one of the tooltips, and so unless
I mean, they haven't
changed it, but I wouldn't say why.
If they did change it, was a shadow change. Can we see a freaking pilgrim show?
Well, I mean, like they are. Okay, wait. They just. Or don't they even walk out? Because like they should have left by now. It's like there will be another one in like 40 seconds, but maybe they don't even come out if the sacred site is not even available. I don't know. Like I've just seen that.
That isn't. Oh,
what
that's
I've
possible
seen-
because you do get the warning that no sacred site is available.
Yeah,
and maybe
so-
that's ooh.
So what I've seen is if they already on the way and then the sacred site was captured from your opponent, they will still complete their journey, but they will not provide any gold. And so apparently then afterwards no new pilgrims come out apparently. So now it should be like, let's see. We have one decaptured, so he will have gold income again. But House of Learning is coming up, by the way. Like the first time I read HOL in chat, I thought it was House of Learning and not House of Lancaster, so yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Travels to the Templar headquarters. Doesn't say anything about the sacred site having to be captured, but it didn't show up until the sacred site was decapped.
Yeah.
Also, Myriad is in Castle Age now. He's about to get 2-3 relics. Possibly even more? 4?
Yeah, okay,
The last
so now
relic he physically can't get to.
Okay, so now he is capturing this one sacred site again, which, if that completes before the pilgrim arrives, that's another, yeah,
I want to see
denial.
this.
Ooh, nice wall attempt here. Warsp1te needs to be careful here with the Chevalier Confreres. And so yeah, now we see the pilgrim moving over, and shouldn't drop any gold here actually, like from
I'm
what
really
I
curious about this. I'm watching this like a hawk.
Oh, it does. Okay, he does provide
Yeah,
gold.
no, he just got 130 gold.
All right. Okay. All right. And there's the next one. Okay, so there's the next one, which only got on the way, I believe, after it was captured. So I don't know.
I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah. It's all fairly new. I mean, the patch has been out for what, like 2.5 weeks. So we're all figuring this out still a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, we got the Angevine Empire as the age up for Warspite. Which one's Angevine?
Fortress and docks gain 30% health, and also I believe that's the heavy spearman.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah, that is the heavy spearmen. I think the heavy spearmen are legit. Like I think they're really good.
Yeah, they are really good. I mean, they're basically like, yeah, super strong. Like, ooh, what's happening here with this with the pilgrim? Okay, so it did still provide gold, but now there's no new pilgrim coming out. Oh, okay. So yeah, apparently if the sacred site has been captured, no new pilgrim will get on the way. Interesting, very interesting.
And Myriad is diving right now. Like he has lancers and he knows his opponent just aged up. This Archer Ball is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And as I say that, there are some Chevaliers fighting in Myriad's base and they're not doing too well. So we're gonna ignore that as Myriad just is running rampant inside of Warspite's base. And he's kind of cut off Warspite's TC from his villagers. If Myriad manages to find them, which he has with one of the knights, they're not going to be able to run away quick enough. One or two heavy spearmen comes out. It doesn't survive nearly as long as you would hope it would.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting it to survive a lot longer. I mean, the thing is, it does have a lot of armor and it doesn't get any bonus damage from the archers, but it will still die if it receives enough arrows, and with that, Warsp1te has to tap out.
Yeah, the dive in there like that was just far too much.
That was a rough one,
and that really does show. So one thing that I have definitely noticed with KT, having played a fair bit of that Civ, is if you are in a situation where, if KT is in a situation where they are being put under a lot of pressure, they don't do well.
Yeah.
If it's within like the first 8 minutes of the game, like they need a little bit of time to get things matched up, and not getting that is definitely a problem. So when you put them against Delhi, who is, I would say at this point, the premier aggressive Civ in the game.
Yeah.
Like with French. When you put them with Delhi, when you pair them up against Delhi, like it's just a really bad matchup because you can't stabilize, because what you want to do as KT is you want to go for Knights Cavalier or the Chevaliers, or you want to go for like the Hospitlers, or you want to go for the hand axe dudes, the sergeants, and Ghazi Raiders counter all of them. And if you go for Cavaliers, Spearmen also counter them too. So you don't get anything out of your unique units, and then we kind of end up in this position where it's like, well, why are you playing this game?
Yeah.
Or why are you playing this Civ if you're not getting your unique unit to do anything for you? And your Civ is designed around your unit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Also, the thing is, if you're not getting the constant access to the sacred sites, the Genoa land like age up for castle age is meaningless, so that kind of is out of the window. So then yeah, you have to go for the Angevin Empire, and I don't know, can be rough.
The Genoese one, isn't that the one where it's
Well, it generates 30% more gold from the pilgrims, and so if you don't have that, it's kind of pointless. You do get the Genoese crossbowmen, so you can go for it just to have that one unit, which against Delhi, yeah, I guess if you face the elephants, then it's kind of nice. But even then, it's like I don't know. You can still go for the heavy crossbow, heavy spearmen, and they also deal very well with fairly well with the elephants.
No,
so.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I definitely think that's like, I mean, the assumption is if you're going for the Genoese age up against Delhi, it's that you're going to like immediately take sacred sites.
Yeah.
And if you're not in a position where you can, which you're not going to be because you're behind, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking about a lot of trouble, Warsp1te is down 2-0 in his best of 3, and so he really needs to make it work this time around. He is gonna play Japanese against Juicy, and we're gonna find out in just a second on which map, because I have no idea. Hopefully,
Oh no. Oh no, Myriad, did you...
Oh, please.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, wait. We're good. We're good. We were very concerned for a moment there, but we managed to get it figured out. Carmel? What?
Carmel, alright. Interesting.
Okay, so... Okay, hold on. Chat. Golden Heights is in the pool. Why are we not on Golden Heights?
Yeah, that really, like, I looked at the pool and what they drafted, and I was like, I think Golden Heights would be really cool now.
You pick Japan to play them on Golden Heights.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no reason to pick the hybrid civ, and okay, what? Anyway.
Anyway.
I don't know what's going on, apparently.
Well, it's also the thing is, like, talking about he is down 2-0, he needs to win this game. It's the best of 5. He can still technically win, like, the series if he wins the next 3 games, but he needs to make this one work for sure. Why do you pick... I mean, unless Japanese is, like, his strongest civ. Like, if I would be down 2-0, I would pick the strongest civ, like, kind of no matter what the map is. And so in my case, it would be either Mongols or Byzantines. I don't know, but Japanese, I'm not sure.
Pick the civ you pick the civ you're best with. Like, okay.
I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen. So we have a Dark Age opening Spearman, which is gonna be rough.
There is a villager running across the map. This is a tower rush.
This is okay. I was gonna say, like, the Spearman alone is not gonna do anything because the gold is inside the town center. So you need to do something else, and so we have an outpost opening.
I don't think this does anything anyway.
No, well,
because the thing here, no. The problem is one, this is a tiny vein, or not a ton. Like, this is a tiny gold vein. This is 1,600 gold against a civ that has imperial officials.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you really losing out on that much? Especially when, like, if we look at Myriad's base, to the south of his base is just another tiny vein.
Yeah.
That's not that far away.
Yeah, which he
like, that's not like it's not like it's like in Nebraska or something, you know? Like, it's fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
Like, this doesn't do anything.
No, no, that's the thing. Like, he already scouted that, by the way. He also scouted the tower, so he knows exactly what's happening. He's just walking past with his scout right now. So I'm pretty sure he has seen it by now. And I
The
don't.
scout literally walked right by the spearman and was like, "I dare you to touch me."
Yeah, the spearman walked towards that and was like, don't want to do the attack notification. And yeah, so the thing is with the tower rush, you cannot deny the feudal age anyway. And so you will have the meditation gardens. Our meditation gardens touches the gold, so you have a little bit of gold income there. You have the imperial official. You get the passive gold from your resource collections. I mean, not passive, but like you get what I mean. You collect the taxes.
No, I know you don't. You know, I understand exactly what you mean. And here's the other thing we also have to consider with like all of this. It is 3.5 minutes in, and Warsp1te cannot age up.
Yeah.
Like, he can't even start an age up at 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah.
What did this accomplish? This didn't slow down Myriad's age up. It didn't stop his age up. It barely stopped him from just getting Song Dynasty instantly.
Yeah, I mean, what it definitely will delay, at least, maybe even prevent, is the pro scouts. Like, that's one thing where Myriad...
No, it's not, because Myriad just pulled 12 villagers. There's only two... there's only 2 spearmen inside of the...
There's only 2 spearmen.
Inside the tower.
Yeah.
It's not dealing enough damage.
Oh, it's not even killing that one villager. It's getting away with 2 health. Oh my goodness.
Like, this is the reason why tower rushes work with Mongols, is because you're double producing your spearmen, so you're actually getting enough arrows in there to make it a threat.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, he lost 1 villager, another one is on 2 health, so that might go down at some point, but...
I'm gonna laugh if that 1 villager actually, like, makes it to Castle Age and gets healed up. Like, not even on purpose, if it just incidentally gets healed up because, like, a Shaolin monk is just standing next to it for too long.
Well, the funny thing is, that actually might happen at some point, so...
Wait. Yeah, like... I just... yeah, this is a thing. This is a game.
This is a game. Well, you see, that's one of the reasons why I don't like tower rushes, even with Mongols.
Oh my god.
Oh, we have to...
Warsp1te win Coca Township.
Oh, wow. Well, that is a choice.
That is a choice. Yes. That is a technically accurate statement.
I mean, you know, against Chuganu, it's not a great choice, but it is a choice. Oh my.
No, so part of what this is supposed to do is this is supposed to stop. This is supposed to fight pro scouts. And I know that sounds super weird, but basically the idea is that a shinobi is going to kill a scout if it's pro scouting.
Yeah.
And let's say like a Jew comes up to kill it, you just teleport away and walk away because Jews are slower than are slower. Like that's the idea behind this. I'm not saying it's a phenomenal idea.
I mean,
but
I appreciate that Warsp1te is not giving us the super vanilla standard crap game here. I just don't think that this is exactly what is...
He's going archery range stables. And he doesn't have a daimyo yet. Oh no.
Well, and he doesn't have the, you know, like with the Kura storehouse, with the farms, the free farms and all that. So his eco is a little bit behind. He cannot prevent the pro scouts from happening.
The shinobi is running over to the pro scouts. will the Shinobi prove me right in that he can, in fact, fight pro scouts? Or is he going to die this Zhug that he should not die to?
Find out this Friday on CBS.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
He didn't even hit the pros.
It did, yeah. It looked at that and was like, nah, he's fine.
Oh, my God.
Nah, bro, you good.
All right.
I mean, okay. How can this game turn from here? Because Myriad feels like he's like...
Myriad has a stroke and disconnects.
I mean,
I think
like,
it's the only way that he loses.
I know this sounds super mean, but is like that's pretty much how it goes, right? Because he has he wasn't really delayed there. Like, I haven't checked the timing for Pro Scouts now, but he wasn't massively delayed. He can just go for Jugunu, which are fine against anything except for the Horsemen. And
so the issue that we're running into here is that Warsp1te is trying to do something he's not good at in terms of civs, okay? Where Warsp1te is trying to fight in Feudal Age against a civ that wants to fight in Feudal Age as a civ, while he's playing a civ that does not want to fight in Feudal Age. Like, he's playing into his opponent's strengths. Because Yumi archers, the Yumi Ashigiri, are not great.
no.
And they're especially not great against Zoogs, okay?
Yep.
And so we have them, we have some regular horsemen, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have the economic bonus of a Coca Township going right now to help provide free farms, and then, like, when combined with playing the Daimyo Manor, getting, the farms buffed up, we don't have that going.
Yeah.
All we have is we just have, like, Yumi archers that I think we have a banner. So we do have a Yumi bannerman, okay?
Yeah.
So that's going to help. And, like, Yumi archers are really good at running away. And one of the great things about Yumi archers is they're really good at kiting. But, like, you're against horsemen.
Yeah.
And you can only kite so much.
Oh, man. The thing is, like, I had a game, I don't know, a couple days ago against Japanese with Byzantines where he went a feudal all in. And he basically, I looked at the game later on because I was like, I was close to being convinced that he was cheating, actually, which he wasn't. And so he basically went, like, double barracks into Samurai and Yumi Onabugeisha. And that's all he was spamming. And it is super difficult to deal with Samurai in Feudal Age if you don't have any counter to that. And so I think if you want to do something like a feudal aggression, which, as you said, Shugishi's Legacy likes to do that and Japanese doesn't like to do that, I think you would have to go with a Samurai. And then you at least have some Feudal Age men at arms. And then with the Onabugeisha you have the damage dealers. And then it kind of would work. Or you can then go for the Rams, torch down, like try to torch down the meditation gardens. And even then, even if you went for that strategy, I still think it wouldn't have worked just because the gold in the back. And Myriad could actually just go fast castle and put out some lancers and then just destroy Warsp1te a couple minutes after that.
Right, and so I'm gonna bring up a counterpoint here. Zooks destroy everything. Destroy samurai.
Really? I mean,
yeah,
I
because
guess.
like, so your deflective armor. Okay, deflective armor gets countered by the fact that you're firing 3 bolts because it's just the first bolt does nothing.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
even those samurai and like men at arms are a high armor unit, they're still taking a minimum damage of 3 instead of the normal minimum damage of 1 when you're playing like high armor units.
All right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So like it actually doesn't work out as well as you would think. And it's actually like it is actually a bit of, it's like it doesn't do as well as you would think. But yeah, like as a result of the way this game has been played by Warsp1te, like he's not playing to his Civ strengths, is what this feels like, and he's going to run into issues where Myriad has pro scouted half this map.
Including the top part here, where he was just taking the last few of this one deer pack here.
Yeah.
Just the small one.
Yeah, like, Myriad has pro scouted half this map, and, like, yeah, pro scouts, like, it can be a problem sometimes, but Warsp1te has been fighting in the center of the map just for the sake of fighting and not to deny pro scouts.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that a lot of, like, this is something that, like, a lot of people don't understand, especially, and this is something that I've really learned, like, coming from Dota, is, like, you have to get objectives.
Yeah.
Like, Warsp1te's objective needs to be, I deny pro scouts, so this way Myriad's economy is not insane. And instead it was just like, I'm gonna deny pro scouts, and instead I got distracted and I just got into a bar fight across the street from where the pro scouts were.
Yeah, that's
And it did nothing.
That's
And so Myriad now has knights running into Yuumi archers who deal a single point of damage.
Yeah, that's an unfortunately accurate description of what is happening here. Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say about this. I think, I mean, true, with the Shuganu, it wouldn't have worked as well. But even then, I still think with the Unapo, that's the thing. Like, you get on top of the Shuganu with the Unapo, and the samurai are basically just like the Myriad shield. But I think that would have worked, and at least it would have pushed Myriad into heavily investing into army, and even then you might still be able to. Like
sure, and like I don't think that would have been like. I think that it would have been a better play, and I think that's fair. But the thing is, it's still a bad play. Like, this is still. Yeah. Like, this doesn't change the fundamental issue of why are we playing Japan on Carmel when we have Golden Heights?
Yeah, no, totally agree. Like
why are we playing Japan here instead of Byzantines? Like, that's really what we're talking about. Is like everything from here on out. Because if we want to talk about like the problems with the problems that Warsp1te ran into, why did he do that tower rush?
Yeah.
Why did he half-ass the tower rush so that it didn't work? Like, killing one villager isn't enough for a tower rush to be good.
No.
If he had pulled three spearmen, he might have killed 2 or 3 villagers instead. But then that's like 80 more resources.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I'm just trying to find the silver lining, and I'm really struggling right now, and it feels bad for, like, I mean, I kind of understand what the idea was behind Warsp1te. Like, behind his strategy, but I feel like, I mean, you put it perfectly when you said that he's not playing to his Civ strength, and I don't understand the Shinobis, I don't understand the Tower Rush, I don't understand the unit composition, and everything that he did so far, I feel like put him behind. He didn't do anything that put him ahead, actually, and that I'm really sorry for that.
No, and I think that is definitely an accurate description of the circumstances that we are dealing with here. Okay, Wololo.
No, that's
not. Wololo somehow goes off. Okay, well, I was trying to find a way that Myriad wins. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been nice, but even then, I don't know if that would have been enough for Warsp1te, you know, to... yeah, rough.
I mean, I don't know if it would have been enough, but it would have certainly made the game more interesting.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Like, everyone loves a good Wololo.
Yeah. Oh, that one Imperial official here is doing so much work in the middle here with the gold.
I want to point out... Oh! Warsp1te finally killed the 2-health villager from earlier.
Did he?
It has been... he made it 17 minutes into this game. I had the guy in a control group, and I just watched him die to that knight. Oh, that's so funny. The knight was just like, this guy has no HP. I can manage that.
Oh, wow. And the funny thing is, he almost killed another villager, so there's one more villager with 2 health now, so it's kind of like, okay. Oh man.
All right. I think
Well-
Myriad has said he's over it.
Yeah, with the Rams, it's kind of like, you know what, I'm taking your food, I'm taking your gold, you're not getting anyway. Like, it was fun, but it's time to end this one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
this-
mean,
this
again,
one-
like,
this one looks rough.
I don't... I understand some of the decisions, and I like the attempt to spice it up and maybe throw your opponent off the game, and sometimes that can work really, really well. But I think only if you're comfortable with what you're doing, and if your civ is comfortable with what you're doing, because not all the strategies work with every civ equally, obviously, and so, which is a good thing.
I
It's a
mean,
good...
I think that the tower rush is fine from Japan in general. I don't think it I don't think this was the map for it.
Yeah,
Because on Carmel, the gold is just so close to the TC.
yeah. Yeah, well, and like you mentioned Golden Heights. If you do it on Golden Heights, if the, you know, depending on where the gold spawns, like all the next golds are way out on the map, and we might see, okay, we're so close to seeing a gold.
I
Wololo,
was
and
hoping
then
for that
again,
Wololo.
and yeah, with that was a last ditch attempt.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. And I mean, congratulations to Myriad. That is a big victory for him to get. That is, 3-0 against Warsp1te, taking the crown for Warchief's Club today. So congratulations to him. And like, in all seriousness, congratulations to Warsp1te as well.
Yeah.
Getting to the finals is not something to be understated. This is not something that'll, this is not something that a lot of players are able to do, and this is not something that it is not something that I would describe as him having an easy run through today. So congratulations to him on his performance as well. But I think both of our players, had a very good day. One of them just had a better day than the other.